definitely looking forward to this. Easter Sunday is going to play Boys of Summer. Bam, bam, bam. I don't have the right keyboard, but bam, bam, something like that. Hello, hello. Getting ready for Hammers Sunder. Sunder. Jesus. Oh, God. Get another beer. Why don't you? Hello, 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 hello. Live from St. Louis, Missouri, United States of America. 1:20 Central Time. Is it standard or daylight? I don't know, whatever. It's 1:20 in the afternoon. Hello. Laundry is here. Hello, Laundry. All right, let's see if we can rock and roll to Mr. Easter Sunday. Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. I don't think I've ever done a video like this before, but I was going to talk about deconstructing a song and rearranging it for the purposes of playing it for the band. And this song is The Boys of Summer by Don Henley.
Great song.
As far as the subject matter of this song, think of this as the Forrest Gump song, you know, I love you, Jenny.
It's not really the Forrest Gump song. It's the, she's going to go out and get some cock. Oh, she's going to go out and ride some pole over the summer because, you know, reasons. She's got to find her oats. And oh my God, stop it.
Or the Simp song, in which the chorus clearly has the woman pedestalized as his figure that he's going to love for the rest of his life, no matter what happens, despite all these men.
True. Yeah.
While the verses allude to some pretty dark scenarios where he's
out on the road today. I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac.
Maybe keeping tabs on this woman and sees her going through all of these different events that are kind of dark in nature. So, yeah, it's a Simp song. The way we've changed it, the original is in E flat minor, and even the cover by the Ataris, which, by the way, is not really one of these guys. So
Jesus Christ!
Talk about that.
Stop it.
And there's two things happening. While you have that aggressive driving riff, you have this little, riff motif going on in the background. So my first thought is okay, what if I can come up with something where I can convey both at the same time? And this is where finger picking comes in.
Chunky. Here we go.
I'm still working on it, but this is the first part of it.
Good.
Make it a little bit more aggressive.
Never look back. Love was what
and then on the chorus, I haven't decided if I want to dynamically build that. Here's one part where you're just kind of mine's an we're coming up with something like
Don Henley was well, him and Stevie Nicks dated for a while. You know what I'm saying? You've seen pictures of Stevie Nicks from the 70s. Hello. Hello, Kitty. Oh, yeah. I think it's a little half.
Yeah, I know. So
on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac.
Anyways, that's a deconstruct.
Voice inside my head said, "Don't look back. You can never look back." Yes, I played the friggin' song. It was "Building the Perfect Beast," 1984, I believe.
Of the Boys of Summer. You have any comments or considerations? Or
of course, Don Henley was one of the leaders of the Eagles, Glenn Frey, Joe Walsh, all those guys. So, and they came back in 1990 with their Hell Freezes Over tour. Oh my God, stop!
Thoughts on how I can do stuff to improve that? Let me know. And thanks for watching.
Well, thank you, sir. Oh my God, he's got my blood boiling. I like it. That's a good song. That record's actually pretty good. It's got all kinds of, there's the Sunset Grill, I think is on that one. Yeah, it's good. Good stuff. Who is here? Easter Sunday is here. Hello. Jamming with the guitar, man. Thank you. Michelle Guevara. I cover Dreams. Also, you know what's fun to play is what is it? Never Break the Chain. But, well, that may be more of a bass song. Do, 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 do. That's a fun one. I mean, Fleetwood Mac has a lot of good songs. Lindsey Buckingham, probably overlooked in the scheme of Fleetwood Mac, was really fucking good on guitar. He was amazing. He had a solo record out like in 1991 or 2. Really fucking good. So if you're into Lindsey and his guitar playing, he's a really good player. So, and of course, Stevie Nicks is fucking, what do you want? I mean, she's excellent. And of course, Lindsey Buckingham got Tyson. Holy, doly, oh, la, 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 la. Okay, let's move on. This guy is called Jenner. I suppose that's Jen or Xer or something. He's talking about men and stuff, and we're going to get a chick in here, too, Far From Eden, who's putting up some really big numbers on her channel. All right, let's go.
My junior year of college, I got really into investing. I got into Dogecoin and crypto.
Bro. My God.
I had an internship at an investment firm, and the internship sucked. I was doing like a bunch of bitch work, just crunching numbers on Microsoft Excel, fighting from.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we need the spreadsheet there, Charles. We need to figure out the amortized maturity and over the next 17 years. And get on that. We need it tomorrow. Of course, being a newbie intern, you're going to stay up all night. Oh, my God, my spreadsheet. It's the most important thing in the world. I got to put all this colors and shit.
For my life.
Well,
but I learned
spreadsheets can be useful. I'm doing one right now for my taxes. You know what I'm saying?
Learned some valuable things. I learned a lot about the world of investing. And one of the main things I learned, I see a lot of parallels to in real world life, just in like everyday life. And it's the low risk, low reward versus the high risk, high reward approach.
Oh my God, why do you hate women? Why are you Nazi? Oh my God, why are you treating like women are not an investment? They're the prize. How can you talk like that? They're not cars or donkeys, but they're women. They're better than everyone else ever in history.
People don't like to invest in something that is high risk and low reward, which means that it might like fail completely, like a business that's brand new. Yeah. It could go bankrupt. It's very easy to go bankrupt, but it could also explode. Like it could be the next big tech company or something like that. So it's got high risk, high reward. And I've seen a lot of parallels in real world, just everyday life and investing, especially in the
get some stonks, man. Well, if you just would have invested in Apple, you'd be a zillionaire right now. Yeah, Apple almost went bankrupt, right? So their prospects were rather limited until the iPhone came out. Just saying, you never know. It's a fucking gamble. That's why Islamic people don't allow you to invest in the stock market if you're Islamic. Because it's gambling and it's forbidden.
The dating market. It's kind of sad and weird to think about, but like the dating market is in a sense an investing market. You invest in who you're going to put your time in with the understanding that it could go bankrupt. Like you could break up with this girl or get dumped or she could cheat on you. That might be like the business doing money laundering or something.
Or I mean, you could just not, maybe you just go to, I mean, it doesn't have to be some necessarily malicious thing too. I mean, when you're dealing with dating, maybe you're just not a thing, right? It ain't going to work, right? Go on a date, it's like, I'm getting the ick. The ick is everywhere. The flags are everywhere. It's too icky. I don't want to do that. But of course, young women, these days it seems, they believe it's an endless buffet of cock. It's never going to run out. And it does. And we keep trying to tell them, but they don't care. Go ahead.
Like that, and the FBI comes in and burns it all down. But I think that a lot of young guys stay single now because there's not the same risk-reward ratio.
Well, I mean, think about, I'm not a young guy. I don't date. I don't give a fuck, whatever. But I mean, if you're a young guy, say in a bigger city, Chicago, LA or whatever, you're going to fork out, a couple $100s on a freaking date with someone there's no return. Right? There's no guarantee. You can't, hey, I'm going to buy you dinner. Fuck me. Nothing like that. She can do whatever she chooses to do. You could take that $200 a weekend or $400 or whatever you're spending and drop it in the stock market and probably get a 5% return. I mean, think about it. Is it really that important to you? Yes, I need to get laid. We'll just go spend $200 on go to Las Vegas, Pahrump, Nevada, Bunny Ranch.
Than there used
guaranteed
to be.
A lot of, excuse me, that's 100% guaranteed return.
Modern women are secular and liberal, and there are some great women out there. Like they really are great women in the church.
Yeah, most of them are old like me.
There's great women in different niche communities, but if you just kind of go like to college or in corporate America.
Oh my God, we got to go to college. Oh my God. I could have stole my oats because I'm going to be put in the kitchen pregnant. Oh my God. The hamster, Riff Rage. Hello. Good to see you.
I think most women are high risk, low reward. Now, again, it's not all women.
God, look at the hatred coming out of this guy. Oh my God. What are we going to do?
A lot of like normie type women, you know, Becky's, Stacy's, all that stuff. Jessica's, you could say. You have
Excuse me, isn't that a little racist of you there, Chief? I think so.
To invest a ton of time to attract them. You have to invest the time to date them. And then there's also the chance that she could dump you. And a lot of these women are just not worth the investment of time. And that's the main reason I decided to stay single for a while.
You see, that's the one thing you realize as you get older. Like, I'm almost 60. Time is not infinite. You eventually run out of it. And then you're worm food, right? So, you know, wasting time maybe when you're 20, 21. I got 50, 60 years left to live. Sure. But it adds up, you know, think of it as an investment, right? What's the rate of return over time if you don't waste your time doing that? But I need to get my dick in some woman. Oh my God. Dick thinkers everywhere. Night vision goggles.
A good while. I just wasn't finding a good investment of time, resources, and emotional energy and support, because
that's really kind of a good way to think about it. You know, take your time, convert it somehow into dollars or money or Bitcoin, whatever the fuck you want to do, and then put that in a spreadsheet and figure out what your return of investment will be over the next 50 years. I mean, if you're on a date, I mean, it's not that hard. Say you go on a date every weekend, 2 hours, right? That's 600 hours a year you're spending on a date times 10. 6,000 hours a year in 10 years. That's a lot of days. If you think about it.
I want a woman who is going to be high risk, high reward. And that reward, I think, is going to be a woman that prioritizes family, is a Christian, has like the same moral beliefs that I have, and wants to have a family and be more of a nurturing role.
I mean, hell, I'd even take a Jewish woman, somebody who has some, you know, constancy. There's a framework on how they should conduct their lives, right? Of course, Jewish women usually don't marry, Christian guys, but you get my point. Someone with something other than themselves that they believe in. There's as I said, there's a process. Here's the way I'm going to live my life, and you know, because I praise God or you know, whatever, right? Something instead of this wandering around bullshit cock to cock. That's it's not the way to go, women, and it's not the way to go for men, pussy to pussy, because you know, once you have a couple of poons, they're all really about the same. There's not much difference.
Most women today are more like masculine. They're kind of funneled into the workforce. They're funneled through feminism to believe they should go have sex. They should go be promiscuous. Not
agape. Hello. Good to see you, sir. Not working today? Enjoying your day off? I hope so.
Down with the guy. The whole idea of like being dependent on a man and trying to be a mom, that's kind of scoffed at today. And it's kind of ironic because that is the most important job. Like nurturing children and being a mom, that's what 90% of women wanted in the last 1,000 years. That was like the goal. But nowadays you have a bunch of women who have been lied to through feminism, through the public school system, a lot of times by their parents, to say you need to go get a job in technology or banking. And
Hammerhand is in the building. Hello, Mr. Hammer. Let's see, 7:25 Eastern time tonight, the Sunday sermon. And I'm sure Hammer's got fire.
Figure out what it means to be a corporate wagey. And I think it's sad because nowadays most women are not going to be a good long-term partner.
Yeah.
It's not a good investment for a young guy to date. And I think a lot of guys realize this, and that's why they're staying single. Historically, think like 100 years ago.
I am the ginger assassin. Oh my God.
There's a guy named Josh, and Josh wanted a woman who would raise his kids, who would stay loyal to him. She was probably not very sexually active until she met someone that was willing to settle down with her. That was kind of the zeitgeist, the general Christian morals that were taught in the West and in the East. They had different religions that kind of perpetuated this normalcy.
Happy Sunday to you.
Nowadays, we don't have that. There's been a general sense of nihilism.
Hammer was on Chronic stream last night too, by the way. So go look that up. And I got right at the end last night, but I'm sure it was a wonderful conversation. So don't miss that. And 7:25 Eastern time tonight. The
sermon that's taken over secularism, liberalism, individualism, where people now have been sexually promiscuous. They don't want to rely on anybody. They're constantly told by traditional media, by social media, a lot of influencers and this type of stuff, like Call Her Daddy podcast, TV shows, people on TikTok tell these women, put your standards through the roof, like demand the absolute insane standards from a guy. You
got 80 women chasing after 5 guys. It's a math equation. That's all there
Go
is.
have fun, but don't ever settle down with a dude unless you're ready to put the fun times behind you. And it's created this environment where we're kind of in a
fun time. Gargle lots of cock, girls.
Cold war between young women and men. And nobody
will sample all those men. It was, oh my God, it'll grow your experience. It'll be great when you finally get settled down and you marry him. Right. More lies being told to women. Great.
He wants to give. And I think that's why most guys are staying single, because they're like, I don't want to date a woman who's going to disrespect me, who's already disrespected herself.
Undead
who's not
Chronic Son is here. Hello.
Not going to stay loyal to me.
Gendai 350. Hello.
She's going to be encouraged just by general society to leave me the first time I have like a low point, the first time I lose my job or go through a health problem or have a depressive episode. They're going to just leave. So why?
Old till death do us part shit. Why do they even say it anymore? I will love you and pressure you and or treasure you and I mean God till death do us. Or in about 7 years when the old age kicks in.
Why am I going to put so much time?
I want some different cock. I need it now.
I'm energy, effort, resources into these modern women when there's no payoff. It's high risk, low reward.
It's good to see a young guy like this actually putting it. Of course, he's an investment guy. It's kind of like Aaron Clary. He does the same kind of stuff. Aaron Clary, asshole consulting. He's on the internet. You know,
it's just not smart. Like, it just doesn't make sense for a guy to invest in that. It's like investing in a company that says, well, we're probably going to go bankrupt. Yeah. We'll see. Like, there's a good chance, but you might make 1% back every year.
Yeah. It's even worse than that. If I might, excuse me, sir. It's even worse. You're signing a contract as a man and a woman, and just to some degree, but it's mostly women who file for divorce. You're signing a contract with the government, and you're guaranteed to lose half your shit, and you got to pay her alimony, no matter what. She fucks around. She has babies with other dudes. Doesn't matter. If she files for divorce, you're fucked. A lot of states, doesn't matter if you're the actual DNA father of that little, carpet muncher. Or not carpet muncher. What the fuck? You know what I mean. Kids, not carpet munchers. A lot of states, it doesn't matter. Now, guess what happened, boys? In Georgia, down there in sweet Georgia, they're going to let you get a DNA test before child support is decided. Guess who is losing their fucking minds? Can you take a guess? Who would that be? Anyone? Bueller? I mean,
Can I have $100,000? And I'm like, no. Like, no. The only time I would ever put my money in a high-risk speculative asset is if I know that this has
crumb crunchers, not carpet munchers. God damn it. Oh God. After that, I got to go get some more beer. So listen to
potential to 10x.
Yeah.
It's got high reward on the end of it. And I think a lot of people realize now the dating market is so skewed. Most guys can't get attraction from women. Polygamy's kind of taken over where just the top Chad type guys get all the attraction, and they can kind of use women for sex. They can use women and kind of have like a roster. The most normal guys, like the average Joes, are just kind of screwed over. And then the women kind of want to slowly come back to the average Joes in their late 20s when they just are lonely and want someone to settle with. But now the Joes are like, no, like, we've put all this work in. Yeah. We don't want you. We'd rather just wait and try to find a younger woman that potentially dodged all this indoctrination and brainwashing.
It's going to be difficult, bro. It's really going to be difficult. Yuri Bezmenov said it'd take at least a generation or two. And we're well beyond. I mean, we might see a better improvement if what you say happens in 40 years. I mean, we're well and truly down the fucking shithole here. It's a battlefield of bullshit. There's nothing but destruction in our path. Nothing.
And it's going to a place that's going to have huge impacts on society. The world's changing quicker than people realize. The birth rate in the West is kind of on a plummet right now. I think divorce is only going to get higher, even with the marriage rate declining. I want to point out, like, religiously, marriage was not supposed to be what it is today. Marriage is all.
What do you think, sir? Gender? Really?
It's been kind of seen as like something to do to have a family, and it's a commitment to the public before God, before yourself.
So oh my God, it's just a starter husband. I can get a new one later when I get tingles from Roger in sales. Oh my God.
Through sickness, through health, with the ups and downs of my emotions, I will stay with you and we will do life together. And nowadays, through indoctrination, I think a lot of women have kind of bought into this thing that marriage is all about love. The lie of
it's love, 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 love. Don't you love me? Love me, love me, love. Exactly. Marriage is for kids to bring up the next generation of humans, because eventually we're all going to die. We got to keep the species going. Although there are some on the left who would rather have it the way it is or even worse. Just saying. You know, those crazy, oh my God, we have too many people. One wonders if there's some reason why their birth rates are shit in the Western countries. I wonder, why is that? Any idea? You think there's a plan afoot? I would say, yes, there is.
Infatuation that you're always going to be head over.
It's not just to get rid of white people. It's to get rid of every people. What was the goal of somebody? 500 million on the entire planet? And about 100 people to run the whole fucking show. See, if there's too many people, there's always a chance that people get together and say, no, fuck off. If we just let them get stupider and not as many of them, we can control them better. But what do I know? I'm a conspiracy theorist and a Nazi. And my middle name is Adolf. So there you go.
Heals for this person, you're always going to be kind of like in that lovey-dovey phase. That's not realistic, and that's not what marriage was supposed to be.
Here. Hello.
And it's kind of a system that's set up to fail. Like
Ian Blaze is here.
Will always go through that honeymoon phase in a relationship and then kind of realize that, okay, we're both really flawed. I get annoyed with you way easier. The sex is kind of getting boring. We do the same stuff every time. And then they start naturally wanting to look for somebody else. And when you kind of convince yourself that as soon as
I want some random cock, that's it.
Spark is gone, the relationship is dead, you're going to have a society of broken relationships, broken families, and so many people.
I mean, I think it's a rare thing. And, you know, I might be completely wrong here. Probably am. But I think it's a rare thing where the whole sex thing keeps going and going. You know what I mean? She's all just, I mean, she comes in the house, she's dripping. She can't wait to get your, to get it on, baby. I think it's rare. I'm sure when it happens, though, it's fantastic. You know, hey, how you doing? Panties fall off. Never had that happen, but maybe it happened.
Justify divorcing their spouse and leaving their kids behind just in the name of trying to find something a little more spicy and trying to have that spark or that love back. And it's just not really what marriage was ever supposed to be.
I don't want to do anal with you, husband, but Ron in sales. Oh God, I'll let him pack my fudge all day long. Oh my God.
Realize that it's not the game has shifted. We've seen our dad's generation go through the brutal reality of divorce. We've seen a lot of our friends kind of taken advantage of. We've seen on social media the way most liberal women kind of view men. They don't like us very much. They don't really care about us.
Thank you, Genda.
And they definitely don't care about trying to have a family, to honor God and live a moral life and be good moms. They just want to go do whatever's going to make them happy right now. So guys kind of realize, okay, if I really want to be with a woman like me, and finding good people is rare. You have to look in the right places. You have to look in church. You have to look in the gym. You have to be active and talk to a lot of people and kind of filter out the ones that you realize are not going to be high quality. But that takes time. And that's why a lot of guys are kind of staying single and waiting and just trying to see which women are actually going to make their lives better versus the ones that are going to make their lives terrible.
You mean I actually have to do something? I mean, that's a big ask. That's a tall order. You mean I have to do something? Come on now.
Looks come and go. I think that attraction is a weird thing and it can grow in a relationship. So you don't have to wait out for like the hottest girl. That girl is usually also going to be more indoctrinated. So I encourage guys to be very picky on the type of woman that they select based on their values and the worldview that woman has. So I recommend you get involved in church, in a gym, in a wholesome type community. You can do sports leagues, you can do book club. There's different things you can do. It's not going to the bar. You're not allowed to find a good wife at the bar or the Buddha club. I promise you. These things can sometimes be something to do in college or whatever, but like if you're going there looking for a partner, you just
as I said last night, there's a reason why our ancient ancestors wrote this shit down starting thousands of years ago. It's not a shock that people even, oh my God, they were just barely cavemen. They started scratching this shit out on tablets. This is what you shouldn't do because this leads to that. And then today we're like, fuck it. What do they know? They're old people.
Setting yourself up for failure, man. Right. I would highly recommend you surround yourself with good people. And eventually you'll build a good community and make good friends. And those friends will be able to introduce you to women. Maybe you'll meet a woman at church or in a community group at church or at the gym or in a book club. And
if you're gonna marry up a woman who's a church person, 18, 19, when they're 30s, they're not there for God. They're there for forgiveness for all the stupid shit they did in their lives. And you can say the same about men too. There's a reason for everything. It's not really all that unclear,
That's where
it's not opaque. You know what I mean?
You're going to be able to find like the wife quality women. But I think that if you're just kind of
you see that little Chiquita there dancing around on the sand,
you're going to be able to find like the wife quality.
Damn, they're cute. At the end of the day, it's like, hello, how you doing,
women? But I think that if you're just kind of aimlessly wandering around life, you're not very likely to find.
And I mean, that's the experience that you guys, again, I talked about it last night. You're not going to have, because the women 30 years ago were way different. They might have been whoring around, but they weren't out there like street sluts, right? Now, I'm not saying the whoring around was good, but at least they weren't fucking in your face about it. You know what I mean? Today, it's like, oh my God, how do you deal with this bullshit?
What you're looking for. And I think a lot of guys are staying single trying to find that, but they're not looking in the right places. They're not doing the things that they can do. Like you have
love in all the wrong places. Come on, Easter, get your guitar out. Let's see. That was Johnny. Who the fuck was that? Looking for love in all the wrong places. Oh my God. That was Urban Cowboy. That was John Travolta and Deborah Winger. Good movie. Really good movie, actually.
You have to also demand the best from yourself. Are you in good shape? Have you made a solid friend group? Are you taking your faith seriously? Are you taking your career seriously? Are you doing...
Let's see. Good shape. That'd be a no. Career series? Yeah, okay, yeah. I work, so yeah. I got that. Are you tall, good looking, with a big schwanker? No.
When
so I'm
everything
out.
that's in your power to do, once you check that box, then it's really important to make sure you're putting yourself in the right situations. So that's the first thing.
Yeah.
Second thing is the right situations.
Right.
And the third thing is just have patience. Like I've waited a good while and I finally kind of found what I'm looking for. And I'm thrilled that I was willing.
I still haven't found what we're looking for. Now, come on, Sunday. I'm giving you all these, but still haven't found you too, man. You too, Joshua Tree. Come on.
To wait.
Come on.
Waiting is fine. It's okay to stay single. I highly encourage guys to stay single, but don't just be content with being single forever. I think that if you're a young dude, it's a good thing to find a good woman.
I mean, why not though? Be single. What's the difference? That's what I want to do. Women want to be single and get lots of random cock. Hey, good for them. But in the end, they're probably going to want to get married and have kids. And that's what men on this freaking platform, manosphere, whatever the hell you want to call it. We're not saying you can't do what you want. What we're saying is that there's going to be consequences when you're 34. You might not be able to find the guy you really want after you had all this cock. That's it. Go do. Hey, have fun. Whatever. But the problem is in 15 years, you might have a different opinion. Yeah, I'm just saying.
From you just have to be picky and realize
Bible,
that there are less of these good women out here.
Yeah.
Like the world is quickly changing and social media. And
what about the Chinese women? Is it Shen Yu? Leftover women if they're older than 27. My God.
Traditional media and the secular lie that's kind of pervaded our society. It's taken its toll. So if you find a good one, don't let her slip away. Don't let her be the one that got away.
Oh my God.
And also make sure that you do the vetting process correctly. God. You don't want a woman who has ran around sexually and been promiscuous. You don't
try to find one.
Want a woman who will backstab you. And
it's too late for that, sir. Jen
has friends that you don't think are high quality people. You want a woman who's going to make your life better. Or at least I do. But this is why most guys are staying single. And I can't really blame them. I would highly recommend you invest in the things that are.
Or maybe we just want to deal with the bullshit. Maybe there's that. It's like, yeah, I love women. They're fun. Hunka, burning love, all that crap. But maybe aside from the hour you spend every day fucking, it's nonsense. There's the moods, the swings, and the fuck, and the this, and the No. You can rent a woman. Probably the only profession in the world that's like real, They say, oh, you give me $100? Yeah, I'll blow your load. Whatever. Maybe men just don't want to deal with the crap. There's 23 hours in the day other than the boonga, boonga, boonga. Oh, I'm emotional. And and she said, oh my God, you have to get garbage out. I mean, God, you don't want, why do you hate me? Yeah. Hatred of women, of course, right?
Either low risk, low reward, or high risk, high reward. But investing in a high risk, low reward situation, that's how you end up broke. Like and comment on this video right now. I sell a fitness course. I used to be really fat.
Okay, good. Yeah, fitness course. Go ahead and go there. Nuclear grifter. You guys ever heard of this guy? Go ahead.
Men's interview with Elon Musk just came out, and it's dumber than you can possibly imagine.
I believe that.
Oh, I can imagine pretty fucking stupid. But here's what I really can't imagine all that well. Is the guy just got a multi-million-dollar gig with fucking Elon Musk, and he gets fucking canned because he's an asshole. Oh, no, it's because he's black. No, it's because he's gay or whatever the fuck. No, it's because you're a dumbass. This is your boss, bro. This is your new boss. Oh my God.
If we lower the standards for what it takes to become a doctor.
You're saying if we lower the standards, but do you believe people are dying because the standards are being lowered?
I don't think that is yes an issue, but it could become an issue.
See, if Elon Musk He's got what? SpaceX. He's got the cars. He's got all Tesla, all that. If he doesn't hire the best people, the best qualified people, his shit doesn't work. Regardless of your color. Doesn't matter what color you are, you're gay, fucking woman. Doesn't make any difference. Elon Musk is going to hire the best people to make sure his shit gets shot up in space. That's it. So, we don't have enough people of color. We don't have enough women. Are they qualified? Now, excuse me. Isn't Elon Musk an African American? Oh my God. He is, isn't he?
Okay. But the actual evidence in history shows the exact opposite if you look at how minorities are treated by the medical system.
I mean, hamster. Oh my God. You got to understand redlining. Black people and women were kept out of the best institutions. And yeah, how many years ago was that again? And we're still sucking the teat of that bullshit. Yeah, North St. Louis is fucked up because of redlining. I agree. Even to this day, but come on now. Women and people of color have every opportunity to go to engineering school. They can do whatever the fuck they want, and God bless them. And I totally agree. It seems like they're not. They kind of want some gives, is what I'm saying. Well, there aren't enough women on that team on SpaceX there. Elon, you're a goddamn Nazi. Okay. Maybe I just hire the best people, regardless of what they have between their legs or what they think they have, or who gives a shit. I want the best engineers to design this fucking rocket so when it goes in the air, it fucking works. That's it. It's simple. No, not during DEI. No.
Minorities treated by the medical system. That's not even remotely the point. He just can't help but involuntarily verge into white people bad when it's not even what's being discussed.
Mm-hmm. Yep. For Don Lemon has been, how do you say? Brainwashed.
Most doctors now are white.
Really? Well, most people in the United States are white. So what would you expect, Mr. Lemon? If 13% of doctors in the United States are black, for example, that would be representative of the population. What the fuck are you getting at? There should be more than represent that. I think we know where we're going here. Don't we? Yes.
And
just unfathomable stupidity. Hey, Don, if you hire medical professionals based on anything but competence and capacity to apply medical science, you're going to kill people. There is no way you can't comprehend such a basic principle. If you hire pilots explicitly for their specific complexion, as United Airlines, a company with a drag queen CEO publicly champions, you are endangering people's lives.
Well, I can pretty much guarantee that people who are unqualified will never get into the cockpit of a commercial airliner. So this worry is not part of the issue. If you can't fucking do the job, you're not getting there, regardless of your color or your gender, or if you got a dick or a pussy. You're not getting into the cockpit, Did he say cockpit? You're not getting into the cockpit of a 737 or A321 or whatever. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, that's not going to happen. So that's a red herring in some ways, but okay. Go ahead.
If you hire a journalist because he's black and gay and mentally disabled, you end up endangering people's intelligence. The standard of journalism that you're witnessing.
Dufresne. Why do you hate Don Lemon? Smell my finger. Oh my God. Smell it. Does it linger?
Gives you a sneak peek of what's to come of jobs that actually matter. I know.
Actually, when that song came out, the Cranberries, does it linger? That's what we used to say. It's like, smell my little finger. I just wash my ass with my butthole.
CNN paid you $4 million a year, but you're not working for the state anymore. You are no longer in the fourth branch of the U.S. government. You're not even getting paid to be this stupid. The Ministry of Truth fired.
Wait a minute, $4 million? Excuse me, Mr. Musk. You're paying Don Lemon $4 million fucking dollars a year. Well, you did until you said, nah. Yeah, get rid of
Your
this.
witnessing gives you a sneak
No
peek
way.
of what's to come of jobs that actually matter. I know CNN paid you
$4 million a year. That's CNN, apparently.
gives you a sneak peek of what's to come of jobs that actually matter.
I mean, I want some of that cheddar, boys. I can talk and say stupid shit for $4 million a year. Oh my God.
I know CNN paid you $4 million a year, but you're not working for the state anymore. You are no longer in the fourth branch of the U.S. government. You're not.
Wait. Don Lemon has to actually compete with other people and not be subsidized by the world communism. The fuck I say?
I'm getting paid to be this stupid. The Ministry of Truth fired your ass.
And there are lots of mistakes in medicine. So you're saying,
Did CNN fire Lemon? Imagine, if you will, just for a moment. This is a tangent, but it's my freaking stream, so I can tangentialize. I can tangentialize. Yeah. All you'd have to do is work 1 year. You got $4 million. Work 2 or 3 years, you got fucking $15 million. That's all you need. No. Nope.
saying that my doctors have bad medical care. I'm trying to understand your logic here when it comes to DEI, because there's no actual evidence of what you're saying.
You realize that's your boss, Mr. Lemon. And you're asking stupid questions. You're spewing out like an AI bot who's drunk.
That's exactly what he's saying, Don. White people are bad at being doctors.
White people are evil. You're all Nazis.
A surgeon is asked to a surgeon in training is asked to do a series of operations under the supervision of a senior surgeon, and they get a bunch of those operations wrong.
Right.
If that happens, and yet they are still approved to be a surgeon, the probability that someone will die, I think, at some point is high.
Okay, I understand that, but that's a hypothetical. That doesn't mean it's happening.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Anything else happening lately that's a hypothetical? Like chicks who think they're dudes? Nothing? No? That's different, is it? Gotcha.
Don, nice job. That is a hypothetical. It's also a hypothetical to assume walking into heavy traffic will induce bodily harm. You're either deliberately ignoring or literally too stupid to grasp the basic fucking point he's making.
I would call, I would go for the latter. Just little coddled special man. Oh my God, you're black. Let's get you on CNN. And you're gay too. Oh my God, you got 2 points. Guy as dumb as a fucking fence post. There I said it.
Making here.
Okay, if you look at the history of the medical industry, especially when it comes to Black Americans, it shows the exact opposite. If you look at the Tuskegee experiment and on, only 5% of doctors.
We're talking about shit that's 80 fucking years ago. And yes, it was bad, Mr. Lemon, but that was 80 fucking years ago. Okay? Tell me about 2024. Tell me the roadblocks in the way of, say, a black man or a black woman or whatever. What are the roadblocks in their way to go to medical school, to become a doctor or a lawyer or a president or whatever the fuck? Where are they? Oh, well, but 78 years ago, there was the thing and the Tuskegee syphilis thing. We understand the fucking history. We don't live there anymore. We live here. 70 or 80 years later. Tell me what it is today. I don't care about what happened in fucking 1938. It's important to know, but it has no relevance. It's, yes, that black people were fucking discriminated against. Tulsa blew up, 1921. I get it. But we're no longer there, Mr. Lemon. So what? Well, but back in the day, and the redlining in St. Louis. I get it. Yes, it happened. It was bad. It was really bad. I hate it. I don't like it. But what's the excuse? How can you bring something 50 years later so it's the same? It's not the same. What's the matter with this fucking dude? Same with the feminists. Oh my God, women didn't have bank accounts. When? When was that? 1970s, early 1970s. How many years ago was that? And tell me, is it today you still can't get a bank account because you're a chick? Fuck the hell out of here, man. What the? Oh my God.
Are in America are black. All of them are white. So are you saying that
it's oddly the one of the most prominent black neurosurgeons saving children, getting in their brains, fixing shit up? Ben Carson. It's odd you don't support him. Mr. Lemon. Why? Dr. Carson. Because he's a Republican. He's not one of you lefty fucking whack jobs. Is that it? Yes, it is.
if the majority of doctors are white, are you saying that and there's still these inequities, right? And there's still mistakes.
Define inequity, Mr. Lemon. What does that mean? You're spewing a lot of pretty words, mellifluous tonalities. And trust me, I know about that. How you do it. Define inequities. If it's not equal, not 13%, 14% doctors who are black, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, I just think there's too many white people being doctors. Okay, well, it's your opinion. What's the goal? Is it exactly 13% plus 73% white and 18% Hispanic? Or what is it? Give us the fucking answer. What do you want? And they never will.
Blaming DEI for that.
Tuskegee. What does CIA experimentation have to do with this at all? What fucking planet are you on, Don?
Yeah, horrible situation. If you don't know what the Tuskegee was, the government, the U.S. fucking government, probably under a goddamn Democrat, intentionally infected black men with syphilis to see what would happen if they weren't treated without their freaking knowledge. That's some horrible shit. And how many years ago was that? 80 fucking years ago. Yes, it's a black mark on our fucking government. But goddamn, government's always been fucked. We're saying, oh my God, if Donald Trump gets elected, everything's going to be, the government is fucked. They don't care about you. Get it through your head. Oh, if I vote for Trump or Biden, everything's going to be great. No.
We delete things if they are illegal.
These have been up there for a while.
Are they illegal?
They're not illegal, but they're hateful, and they can lead to violence.
Yes.
They're not illegal, but they can lead to violence. Am I hearing this right? A CNN all-star commenting on the perils of media stoking division. Is this the hypocrite Olympics? Don't worry.
Yep. Exactly. That's exactly right, Nuclear Grifter. By the way, good channel. I like this guy. So
Sorry, Don. It's mostly peaceful violence. Yeah, literally anything
Mostly
can lead to violence, Don. Facts and opinions can, in fact...
Yeah, we're here at the Portland police thing in downtown Portland. And, you know, the thing is in flames and people are shooting at everything. But it's mostly peaceful. Mostly. Define mostly. Well, you know, I mean, it's the right thing to do because evil white men. Of course it is.
Inspire people in many different ways. Free speech carries on.
You're putting your thumb on the scale for moderating hate speech. I mean, you don't put out child pornography. It's illegal. Some people would say that's considered censorship. I'm just saying.
Bro, what are you smoking? This dude is...
Musk. I don't think I heard that. Go ahead. Try it again.
Speech. I mean, you don't put out child pornography. It's illegal. Some people would say that's considered censorship. I'm just saying.
God damn it. Where the hell is Epstein, Mr. Lemon? I didn't think you think it's censorship for X to not post child porn? Well, it's not free speech. It's not free speech. It's a fucking crime. Oh my God. I didn't know this was this bad, to be honest with you. This is horrible. Well, if you don't post child porn, you're censoring people. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What's the matter with you? Well, yeah, it's oh my God, stop it.
Saying,
bro,
Oh,
what
Jesus.
are you smoking? This dude is comparing
right.
saying mean words to child porn. Why would child porn even cross your mind, you freak? Here's one of Elon's tweets.
I mean, that's a fair question. I wasn't going to bring it up, and Mr. Nuclear Grifter did. Well, you're not allowing child porn, so you're suppressing free speech. Oh my God!
It's after the interview.
I mean, it's almost hard to believe at some point. What's the matter with you people? What's the matter with these fucking
A
idiots?
chart that measured personality and intelligence, Lemon would be
Ball Smecker is here. Hello. Winged is here. So. Hello.
the worst quadrant. Stupid asshole. Don was paid an outrageous salary specifically to propagandize and gaslight. His pea-sized brain only functions in a manner to frame horrible ideas as
Let's see here. Don Lemon is an AI bot in human form, incarnate. He'll say whatever the fuck the left tells him to say. Excuse me, Elon Musk. Isn't it against free speech to not post fucking kiddie porn? What the fuck kind of a question is that? Well, we could talk. Well, there's a whole other aspect of that. Go on.
rational and progressive, like the rest of the mediocre deep state mockingbirds is singing in perfect unison. Even if he had the mental capacity to understand Elon's rudimentary logic, it flies so much in the face of his training and initiation, he just couldn't stomach it.
I mean, I don't even think the man can think anymore. He's been so brainwashed, he has no concept of what it's actually like to have a real thought all by himself. Sitting around having chicken and water. Stop it. I'm kidding, of course. The point is, this guy has been so brainwashed that he actually thinks a legitimate question in a civilized society, such as, well, mostly, why doesn't Elon Musk allow kiddie porn on his Twitter X channel? What the fuck? How is that even a question? My God.
The EI is not a failure. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It reduces people to their ethnicity.
Because it's kiddie porn, you stupid motherfucker. That's why. Oh, but isn't that a First Amendment? No, it's not.
Demoralization.
It's kids. Dude, oh my God, I don't even want to think about it. And this stupid fuck. It's just, I don't even know.
It's designed to suppress those who maintain ethical and infrastructural standards in the country to create more dependence on those who lend money.
Maybe Don Lemon got 17 fucking COVID shots. Maybe that's why his brain is fucking melting in real time in front of his new boss. God almighty.
And operate multinational corporations. The level of obfuscation and abject tyranny being demonstrated is horrifying. Even though this guy was fired from CNN, he still represents them. He still carries their infection. These people are fucking psychopaths. And it's not even really the personalities that concern me anymore. Their ratings are dog shit. It's the fact that they're in bed with Google and have monopolized the search engine for 95% of web users. With just headlines, they get to fabricate any narrative they want, and mouth breathers will believe it. Just look at the bloodbath myth they just ran against Trump. Absolute and total fabrication. They're trying to get Americans to believe that Trump will motion his followers to ordain mass slaughter should he lose. So basically a second January 6th. Done.
Right. Yeah, they missed a little bit of the context of the comment, but I don't think we have to discuss that. We know. It'll be a bloodbath if China builds car manufacturing in Mexico and send those cars to the United States. It'll be a bloodbath for the automakers in fucking Detroit. Come on now.
Donald Trump's America, and he is proud of it. Promised another bloodbath if he loses again. Jan 6 was not a bloodbath by any definition, and Trump was referring to job losses in the auto industry when he used that word.
Mm-hmm. Yes. No. We don't need that kind of context here. We're just going to ignore that shit and go for the fucking spotlight on the fucking stupid. I admit, Trump probably shouldn't be saying these things because he knows these fucking Nazis are going to take him out of context. We know that. So, but that's Trump. You know, you love him or you don't. That's it.
Your post is extremely misleading. And Pussy Joe deleted the tweet. Absolutely shameless clowns. Yeah. Here's the actual clip he's referencing.
We're going to put a 100% tariff on every single car that comes across the line. And you're not going to be able to sell those cars. If I get elected. Now, if I don't get elected, it's going to be a bloodbath.
He's talking about a bloodbath for America. It's laid out in the terms.
He's talking about a bloodbath for the goddamn auto industry, you stupid motherfucker. Who is this? Joe Scarborough and his fucking sperm bucket over there?
On Twitter, these idiots on cable news, these idiots on Sunday shows going, well, presidents, you know, he was talking only about the auto industry, and this is one more.
Well, he was. You stupid motherfucker. Oh,
just
God.
Bullshit. Let me say that at 6:15 a.m. It's just bullshit. He knew what he was doing. We're not stupid.
And Mika over there is like, oh my God, he swore. I'm going to slide off my chair now because he's so hot.
Americans aren't stupid.
I'm juicy.
He was talking about a bloodbath. Sometimes a bloodbath means a bloodbath. And when he finishes by saying, and that's just going to be the least of it, seriously, these people may be stupid. We're not.
Yeah, stupid.
That's the best fucking clip from this video. Well, they might be stupid, but we're not. Really, Joe? Come on now. Come on now.
Stupidity is not your first concern, my man. You're an honorless propagandist doing the bidding of nationalist globalists against your own countrymen for money. That's a whole lot lower than simply being an idiot, which
bingy, bingy, boongy, bingo. Yes.
I'm sure you are. These are the people whose propaganda dominates Google. Larry Fink and
Of course, Mika's dad is bigger than Brzezinski. Yes, of course. It's all connected if you look at it carefully enough. All of this is fucking not by accident, guys. Come on now.
Allowed to curate headlines, but they're essentially all you'll be shown as an unassuming citizen. The bloodbath hoax was so quickly repudiated.
Zbigniew Brzezinski was the foreign secretary for Jimmy Carter, maybe Nixon, not sure. Go ahead.
Primarily because of websites like X, the one Don Lemon is attacking for being a bastion of hate speech. It's why NGOs and oligarchs.
Cyber is here. Oh my God. We can feel complete for the day.
Are attempting at every level to pull the website's advertisers, and why Congress is moving to ban TikTok from app stores should they remain owned. TikTok, individuals are allowed to mass disseminate mainstream narrative destroying content with ease, and to the precisely correct audience of young, impressionable people. Of course, they'll proclaim that it's for national security, which, as we know by now, is a dog whistle for total civilian obedience. TikTok is a...
Yeah. Thing is, Sigma. Where are you at? Sigma Raman. If you don't vote for Biden, you're not really black. Jesus, he actually fucking said that on Charlemagne the God's thing. There you go.
It's a garbage platform injecting mind-numbing degeneracy into the lives of countless children. So
I guess you're white adjacent if you don't. If you're a black man or a black woman, vote for not for Joe Biden. You're white adjacent. You're Nazis. My God, how the fuck did we get here? Serious question.
Not entirely without merit. Just don't let them tell you that's what Congress's lobbyists care about. The stabilization of society, that is the middle class, will only ever consolidate power at the top. It seems the tomahawk I just embedded in your nervous system has rendered you disabled and unable to walk. Don't worry, just get in my van. I got some weed and porn for you. The reason free speech exists is so that tyrannical rules
weed and porn and free money. He just relieved the 600 or whatever, $60 billion. Another bunch of fucking student loans that people were not smart enough to go to goddamn college, get an engineering degree or a doctorate degree or a goddamn lawyer degree. They went to get, oh my God, medieval French literature. I'm sure that's going to be valuable. Let's go do that. And Well, there you go.
Are never allowed to slowly encroach upon what is deemed permissible speech or not. Lemon is a far-left authoritarian who believes in the right of big tech to make determinations of what people...
I mean, he's black and he's a faggot. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. That's Hammerhand. Gets up in the gay in 4 hours, 7:25 Eastern time. All right.
People are allowed and not allowed to say. Elon should have asked, who am I to determine what constitutes hate speech? There is no constitutional definition. It means whatever the fuck technocrats want it to mean. Most Americans probably think that there's a hate speech clause in the Constitution. We got former President Obongus here walking into 10 Downing Street in London, probably getting...
You know, Obama was a plant by the world conspiracy. He was a change agent. And there's people, oh my God, he's black and everything's cool and everything. He's a goddamn communist. Fortunately, there were enough Republicans with balls to not give him everything he wanted, but they gave him enough. And now here we are, 14, 15 years later. He was a commie plant. Y'all think this is just by accident. Oh, there's no way a guy from Chicago, a community organizer. What do you think a community organizer fucking means? That would be a communist, comrade. Don't fall for the bullshit. Change agent. Communist. Come on now. Come on now.
Getting ready to talk about how to provoke Putin into World War III and send all white men overseas for a super necessary, productive conflict.
Right.
Any advice for the Prime Minister?
Any advice for the Prime Minister? Yeah, let illegals in. Let 30 million brown people into your country, dumbass. Abort your unborn child. Let us...
And goddamn, you know what happened in England? You know what's going on in England? They're taking in hundreds of thousands of illegals floating over on fucking boats from France. Now, what's wrong with France? I mean, it's a white country mostly, and they're very liberal, right? Why do they want to get to England? I'll let you think about that. France is fine. France is cool. Whatever. The Frenchies, the French fries, the pommes frites, right? Why do these hundreds of thousands of people get on a fucking boat to go to England? Why? Interesting thing to compulate, whatever.
Drink your blood. I have nothing but contempt for people that placate these war criminal society subverters like it's just some cordial, amicable politics. It's just 1945 and we're all on the same team. Just doing my job. Love you.
Excuse me, I'm the exchequer of the thingy, and King Charles, gives me this power to do this thing. And so we're going to hand out these free, we're going to rent these hotels and we're going to put them there. And then we're going to give them free cash. And, oh my God, we're going to get Apple iPhones for them because they don't like fucking other phones. Androids are not. This is happening in England, Denmark, in Sweden, in the United States. This is happening. Oh, yeah, we got to provide them with cash cards because reasons. And here's a hotel room, and here's a bunch of money, and here's a phone. What the fuck? What is going on? I think we know what's going on, don't we? Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. President. Even though you've been integral in the demolishing of moral and institutional standards in America and the implementation of the surveillance state.
Look at that. That's the Nazi wall. Evil Donald Trump. How could he? Why? Oh, my God. All right. We'll do Far From Eden here. Just a little bit. Because she's cute. And I have like one beer left. Go ahead. Far From Eden's been on my channel, so yeah. Don't be a bitch.
Guys are walking away. Men are walking away.
Yeah.
What are they walking away from? They're walking away from women. relationships. Sometimes like the idea of career and that whole path, American dream that we think.
The thing is, it's not the career, it's the random cock. Oh, I just want my job. Really? You want a job at the fucking insurance company? Or do you want random Ron from sales to fucking pack your asshole? What? Come on now. Let's talk about it realistically. We know what's going on here. Oh my God, my career. Oh my God, I work as nothing to do with that. What it is to do with is to get random cock on tap at any time. Because I'm just free and wild and oats and anyway, she's a good chick. One of the good ones. Go ahead.
Think of. But even if you tell a woman that,
and she's cute too,
they still don't quite understand like what it means, because they don't understand what men used to want in the first place. And I didn't either. I've learned it in the past decade. Welcome back to Far From Eden. Glad to have you guys here. If it's your first time, welcome. If you like the video, please hit like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
This woman has 6,000 subs. She's got like 48 million fucking views on this thing. So go support her. Far From Eden. Go ahead, sweetie.
So yes, men are walking away. I feel so dumb. But growing up, I learned, I don't know where I learned it. It's not like a teacher.
Yeah, I mean, she works with horses and stuff. So she's like a horse girl, but not like a slut. You know how those horse girls are. Oh my God.
Came in the classroom and said this, or my parents said this. But what I thought,
let's see.
I'm ashamed of it. I thought that men mostly just wanted the physical fun stuff. Like, that's so shallow. What a shallow impression.
Yeah, the thing that women apparently don't understand, maybe, is men want the physical. But we also want the other. Like, you're a nice person. You're fun to be around. You're cool. It's like, we'll play some video games, go work in the cars. And then you're going to cook dinner, and because you like it. You don't have to do that. Right? But you like to do it. Right? Big old hot pot, Sunday, snowing, Super Bowl, whatever, right? Yeah, the whole is good. But it's the other 23 hours of the day. It's just gone.
I had, and I feel guilty now because that's such an insult. So, but I have learned that that is not so. A lot of you guys, most of you guys, I mean, now, not so much, understandably so, because of the conditions out there, and that's what we're going to talk about here in a minute. That you guys, you want family, you want children, progeny, family, legacy.
She's not lying. No. Oh,
Jim was something that I've never encountered before.
Oh, she's making money.
He seemed like a really nice teacher.
Good.
I'm just trying to figure out when I started thinking he.
I like cash. Give me the shekels.
You guys,
Give me.
You were on track with understanding basically what life's about. And Kevin Samuels, he'll ask the women sometimes, what's life about? And they'll be like, I don't know, happiness, blah, blah, blah.
Happiness and love. Oh my God. If we just had a woman, everything would be okay. And they just love us forever and shit and whatever. And it ain't that way anymore. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Be like, no, people. People aren't on their deathbed, wishing that they'd spent more time at work.
Yeah, I'm damn near not quite dead. I'm getting there. They're
They're thinking about the people in their lives, and the time with those people and how important that's what life's about. And we've lost that. And one of the reasons we've lost it is because
now
when we think about what life's about.
Can I ask a question? Now, Far From Eden, she was feminist something or other. How does she get her teeth so white? What the hell am I missing? Is it like Crest strips or something? I don't know. But I mean, these younger people, maybe the fluoride's been taken out of the water. I don't know. But a lot of these younger people, their freaking teeth are like glowing. I want that. Come on.
People. Who are these people? Co-workers,
Yeah.
People we meet in school. Maybe on the fringe. Family. Like beginning with nuclear family. And what starts that? I have to. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together. Sorry. I had to. If it's a Princess Bride quote, somebody has to say it. So anyway, it starts there. As we were talking about the other night, Thursday night, with the Irish referendums that came forward and got shot down. We were talking about, one of the referendums was to sort of remove marriage as the cornerstone of the family and have it be like significant, long-lasting relationship in the family, something like that. It was like the people were like, nope. And thank you guys, 2 Irishmen in the comments, and I really appreciate you guys. I've responded to the 2. If there are more, I haven't seen you guys yet, and hopefully I will. But I appreciate the input from people that are actually over there. It's helpful because you never know with the news. I mean, we really don't.
It's all lies and bullshit. It's all bullshit, sweetheart. I love you. You've been on my channel before, right? So, whatever your name was before, it's all nonsense. Everything you hear from the media is a fucking lie. Everything. Oh, but Hamster, what about TYT? What about the Young Turks? They seem to be pretty cool. Reflecting your own bias. Well, that sounds right. Unsaid because I agree with it. Go on. Tell me the facts, though. Really. Come on.
I'm like, if I didn't see it or know somebody personally who did, then I have no idea if it actually happened. If we weren't all the way awake, boy, 2020 sure woke us the rest of the way up. Well, it did me anyway. I think, well, gosh, I don't know. Like, you never know what could happen next week. And I'll be like, wow, it's another layer of lies. But anyway, so yes, marriage is the cornerstone. And it's destroyed. That Irish referendum was another, strike at it to try to, sort of pull it down even more, remove its significance, or attempt to. And I've been thinking about that a lot, and thinking about how men are walking away because they're not just, for us women to understand it. It's like, you guys are not just walking away. You're no longer walking towards what you used to walk towards. And that was wanting, a good woman and, children, family. And I never knew that.
Yep. Yeah, it's been that way for a while, sweetie. Really.
And then come to find out, you guys are the ones that are really driven towards that.
Here's what they don't want homeowners in America to know.
Oh no. Here's what people don't want you to know about. Stop it.
Why doesn't every home in the U.S. have brand new windows? The number one reason is not about sunlight or...
Excuse me, because they're fucking expensive. That's why. Oh my God.
Weather or even politics. It's just because most people don't know that they could get beautiful brand new windows from.
Yeah. Now, gentlemen, here's a bit of wisdom. If you go to a house, it's like, oh, that's cute. I would like that. Measure the windows and make sure you can go down to Menards or fucking Home Depot and buy one. That's it. If it's some weird fucking shit from the 70s, you're going to have to do custom windows. And it's going to cost you a lot of fucking money. If you can get a $229 window from Home Depot or Lowe's, slap it in your house and fuck it. Let's watch the Super Bowl. That's what you want. But I mean, I'm not the arbiter of things, but I will not buy a house if it ain't got standard windows. That's just me, because I'm an asshole. That's what I do.
From the window replacement service.
Right.
People just assume.
And a lot of you have realized that marriage just isn't, it doesn't exist. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't exist anymore because government has poisoned it.
Oh my God.
So
evil.
I have some specific things I wanted to share about that marriage is gone and why there's nothing to walk towards for you guys. And what I believe some of the issues are, the main issues of why I would not.
I mean, don't you love girls though? I mean, look at this. It's got this thing here with flowers. I mean, I love girls. They do this stuff. It's like, excuse me, Amster, did you see the flowers in the bathroom? Yeah. It's a lot of men are like, I don't give a shit. But you got to do what you got to do, right? To smooth the road to the poon. I mean, didn't you see that towel I put up in the bathroom in the basement? No, I wouldn't. Yes, I did, dear. It's beautiful. Oh my God, you have such a talent for combining colors. You lie, don't you? Just to keep the old poon flowing, baby.
Not do a government contract marriage. I would not do that.
Yeah.
I on principle. It's hurting so many men. It has hurt so many men.
Excuse me, but I repainted the bathroom in the basement. Really? Cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I saw it. I changed the color of the paint from egg white matte to egg white under matte. Oh, yeah. Yes, sweetie. Wow. That's great. I mean, I feel better about taking a shit in that bathroom because we have the egg white under white paint. Thank you. It's fantastic. I love you. And
participating in a government marriage and that kind of a thing.
I mean, do men really care about the shit? I don't. Oh, the walls are gray. Well, yeah, but I thought I bought this paint because it's gray, but it's got eggshells. Shit, okay, goody. Yeah, sweetie. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Looks really good. You don't care. You just want to okay, yeah, she's excited about that. Right. Yeah, do that. Okay, sure. Yeah.
How could you possibly?
I mean, come on now. Some of you guys have been there, right? I know I have. It's like, oh God. Yeah, well, this is the gray number 14. Yes. It's fucking fantastic, Winnie. Oh my God.
Love someone and even it's not that I would, because I know I wouldn't, but I also know every woman says that. It's the fact that I could. And why would I, just on principle, why would I support something, an institution, a government institution of marriage, when I don't support that? It's horrible. I would be like supporting the courts that rip men's hearts out. Just
and their balls,
lies, false accusations,
and their balls.
Within to try to get custody and taking their kids away, taking their money away. not going to go participate in that. So anyway, men are figuring it out because it's either happening to them or it's happened to maybe even their parents, because we've got now like a couple generations now of divorce. It just wasn't that rampant. You know, it was pretty rare. Like our grandparents, Gen X's grandparents, so our grandparents would be, well, if our parents are the boomers, then it's...
Yeah. I'm one of those. I'm 60 years old. Oh, God. Yeah. I'm old. I'm an old head. I'm a graybeard.
It's like old boomers for our parents, and then for our grandparents, the generation that fought in World War II. So that's what the greatest generation.
Right. Yeah.
They just didn't get divorced. So it's so new, you know, in the world to have this kind of rampant breakup of marriages. That we don't know the full ramifications yet.
House fires can destroy everything in minutes.
Oh my God.
Preparation is key.
What did you do? Man, Brandon Trueblood's in the building. Oh my God. Thank you for the breakfast and the, he paid twice for the breakfast. But let's, next time go over to the Lenny's or whatever in Illinois. That was Waffle House is all right. But Lenny's was better. Go ahead.
Sure, a fire extinguisher does come in handy.
Tell me what it is we should do. Oh, my God.
Except it would leave behind a huge mess to clean up.
Right.
That is, if you remember all the steps to use one in the
I got to tell you about that thing.
Middle of all the chaos. Plus, 83% of Americans don't even know how to use it. What even fewer will know, that there are better and faster ways to handle a fire. Way more efficient and easier to use than a traditional extinguisher. Like this.
All right.
The Prepared Hero Fire Blanket. Check it out in action. You just pull the tabs and throw it over the fire. It puts out most types of fires.
Yep.
So men are walking away from marriage and women because they have learned that, if she breaks that contract, she gets rewarded for it. Why would you sign a contract with somebody that if they break it in any way, shape, or form, it's good for them? There should be consequences for breaking it. But with no fault divorce, like you don't need a reason. You don't need to just walk up and be like, hey, I want a divorce, irreconcilable differences, or whatever the made up baloney reason is.
Right. Go ahead.
Honestly, I don't believe in divorce. I don't think it should be. In my perfect world, it's not allowed. It's illegal.
All right.
But if you are like hell bent to like say, I'm not going to be with this person anymore. Okay, fine. Then she needs to leave with what she came with. So,
Excuse me. Is MGTOW Outlaw in the building? Oh my God. He's here from Alabama. Oh my God. MGTOW Outlaw. Oh my God. Meow, baby.
If she came with that necklace, and okay, go on, leave. Maybe he wants to give her a little, like, here, take this with you too, whatever. But that would be his own generosity. But if she wants to break it up, well, you leave. And you don't get to take your kids with you when you go. Because they're his kids.
It's not going to happen, though.
If you've got a problem, get out. But you certainly don't kick him out of his house, and you don't leave with his children. That's the, there'd be a heck of a lot fewer, unhappy women. Oh, if divorce exists at all, then marriage doesn't.
Oh God, Flanders is here too.
They cancel each other.
Chicken wing.
If divorce is even a concept that we understand, then marriage it loses its meaning. If there's a way out, then and then it's not sealed tight. It really needs to be ride or die. It does. And that sounds so crazy in our society because we're, especially for women, because we're conditioned. What if he turns abusive? What if this? What if that? What if this? And it's like, well,
oh my God.
Then I guess you shouldn't get married because it takes a lot of trust. And they're always talking about how, like they might accuse me of being too submissive or weak or whatever. Well, it takes a lot of strength to say, I'm ride or die. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, MGTOW, he got up at the crack of 3 o'clock in the it's expected. He's a friend. So you roll out of bed at 3 o'clock, do you? Okay. All right. No problem.
That's it. That's it.
Okay, sweetie.
Stuck with me. And, that takes a lot of strength and a lot of trust to give that to somebody. And it's a gift to say, I'm giving you my future trust. I not only trust you right now, I trust you 5 years from now. I trust you that if you were to pass away next week, you've already enriched my life so much that it carries forward.
My new book, Keyboard Rich, How Anyone Can Earn 6 Figures.
I'm telling you guys, they're out there, but they're really hard to find. This one's pretty good.
From home with a simple bookkeeping.
And I'm not talking about monetarily, but just complimentary wise. It's that kind of an investment in another person and trust.
Yeah.
And do you stand to lose? Sure. And you probably will sometimes. They're going to disappoint you. One of you is going to pass away before the other one.
Yeah.
At the very
likely,
least.
yes. Yeah.
But that kind of pain is much different than someone suddenly they're not happy or, things hit a rough patch because somebody gets sick or somebody gets injured or somebody loses their own parent or something else happens in your life that they're having trouble dealing with. Sometimes people get really cranky. Sometimes, and it's not just, I had a bad day. You live enough years and you're like, oh yeah, that whole year was bad. Hey, even the youngsters know. We've been through 2020, right? You can definitely be like, well, that was a year.
Excuse me.
And then some of them
are going to get all warmed up. It's like, oh my God. The belches you do it's amazing. I just can't wait. She's a good chick though. So go ahead and follow.
Months themselves felt like a year,
Far from Eden.
When you're in a relationship for a long period of time, somebody might get cranky.
Yeah, and she's stoking up some good numbers too. Right? She's got maybe 1,000 subs or whatever. She's posting 10,000 fucking views. So that's pretty good. All right, go on.
While. And you have to be strong and be strong enough to be kind through all of that. It doesn't mean you're a doormat. It means, hey, I get it. But you can be close enough to say, that was a little much. And that's all you need to do. But it's ride or die. You're in it together. In good times and in bad. My mom told me one time, she said, it's not in sickness and in health, it's in sickness as in health. And I thought, that makes way more sense. And it just, there's no, there's no backsies, you know, there's no like take backs. And here's the big one, or a big one, they're all big ones. The government needs to get out of marriage, really our relationships. It's none of their business. It's marriage. It should be ridiculous to us that they're at all involved, at all, like, it has nothing to do with anything. The government just, it's insane that they are involved at any level. And I know that in the beginning of the Bolshevik Revolution, you know, to bring communism to the world, and Russia was the lucky winner. And they, you know, one of the first things they did was no-fault divorce. I mean, because they did the whole separation of church and state, where it used to be, you know, I think the Orthodox, right? Orthodox Christians were the state religion. And the Bolsheviks, communists came in and they were like, yeah, no, government's in charge of that stuff now. Well, look at the direction it went. I'm not telling you what's going to happen. I'm not even telling you what my opinion is. I'm just...
Excuse me. One of the first things Vladimir Lenin, the great man, did was make divorce easy and abortion legal. Oh my God. There's nothing. Well, in the modern era, that would reflect that. No, that was back in the 1919s. Come on now. Come on.
Look at what happened. I think I don't have to tell you guys at all. There might be.
You gotta let those women get free. And what do they do? Oh my God. All right. A little more, sweetie. Go ahead. Maybe if I can hit the button.
One or two of you that are like, oh, leftism is amazing. It's amazing. All right. So Michael Knowles, when he did his debate, if you can call it that, with Pearl, they were talking about the government being involved in marriage, and she was taking similar stance to me. And she was kind of like, well, what? Why, you know, what is the government even doing? And he said, because in the Bible it says that marriage needs to be public. And she just shut right down. And I get it, you know, he could probably quote more scripture. But I would say, okay, well, what? All right, so if the Bible says that marriage needs to be public, I get that. You know, you're supposed to have witnesses so that you're held accountable. But what does that have to do with the government?
Far from you. Come on.
Church, it means people, you know, gathering together, God's people gathering together. Like, that is what it is. So why? You don't need the government. So I wish I would have gone a little farther with him, asking him that, because there's no reason to have the government. Speaking of the government, that too has removed the meaning from marriage. And I know that there are a lot of secular people, tons of secular people that get married. I don't want you to be mad at me, but I've wondered this since I was a little girl.
Okay.
How can you get married if you don't believe in God? And you are probably going to say, well, we promised each other, blah, blah, blah. Well, and I wonder if all the Christians even realize this, especially the women.
She's got the Jesus pill going on there, boys. There we go.
When you get married and you say your vows, you're not promising one another. You're promising God. I promise to take this man. And I say lately, it's probably like 25 years, people have been doing, like, I wrote my own vows, and they're addressing each other, and it's almost like a poem, and that's not vows. Vows are, I take this man in sickness and health, for richer and poor. I said and in health, didn't I? As in health, richer or poorer, better or worse.
First off, if you haven't made money with AI yet, don't worry. AI is the biggest wealth building opportunity in U.S. history. I'm James Alvensher. If you don't already know me, nobody ever believes my predictions when I first make them until they come true. Like in 2007, I went on CNN.
What is this? I don't care about the ad.
And it's
God damn it.
to God, because you have each other, but you have God here. So, you know, that's the bond. And that's to whom you made your vows. So when, you know, it's times are tough, well, you have God to lean on, and you have the Bible for answers. And so when secular people get married, I think that's fine, you know, but it's not the same thing. It's totally fine. And I think, you know, couples bonding together and making promises, you know, is better than not, but it's not.
I love
the same
this
thing.
shit. This is fun.
But when you secularize all of it, the thing that we've done is we haven't said, oh, well, secular people who are making our promises to each other and there's really not God involved in it, you know, that's okay. They can join in. That's not what's happened. We've been pushed to the legal way of marriage, thinking this is a promise between us and government. Do you see? So you might be like, well, that's silly because we made our vows together. We don't need a God. Well, you know what, though? You do, because you have government there instead.
Yep.
And
yeah, you need a skeleton. You need something that's above yourself. Oh, it's all about me. It's all about me. What about a higher power? No, believe in yoga or whales. Who cares? There's something more than you. It's the way I think about it. Anyway, I'm going to check out, get some lunch. You guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.